It's time. It's time for us to get into some thought provoking content, per usual. How everyone is doing? It is your player partner, Bobby WAJ, Bobby Imperial Vision, coming in for another. Come on now, don't come down here. Coming in, coming at you with another live broadcast to discuss issues that pertain to Jay Jeezy. What's the dinner there? Issues that pertain to inner minority racism. Today's topic of discussion that I am electing to highlight is none other than some of y'all favorite rapper, Blueface. I know he was my son's favorite rapper for a duration of time. But let's talk about Blueface. A lot of you are familiar or heard of, and in case you have not, and you're unfamiliar with the situation that happened a few months back with Ryan Garcia excessively utilizing the N word and saying some racial statements against African Americans, calling them the N word and a slew of other things. And they say, oh, well, he was having a mental health breakdown. Nah, he was off that dope, didn't know how to handle that dope. And he started expressing what he really feels. Because this is the thing about a lot of controlled substances. A lot of these controlled substances, all they do is intensify, amplify what already exists inside of the individual. So when a person gets high and gets frustrated or has a crazy come down and he starts saying N words and disrespecting certain demographics, ethnic groups, nationalities, and all this type of shit, man, we all know what that is. You've been feeling that way. So in recent news, it's all over social media. Blueface, who made headlines recently for disrespecting Playboys, BPSs, and Rolling 20 Bloods. I'm not going to repeat what he said, but some of y'all know. I think the brother name is Big Sad 1800 or something like that. You know, a guy from Playboy Gangsters, West LA Thirds. He came down and he told Blueface, "Oh, you's a sucker, you this, you that, so on and so forth. Let's meet up in DIE." Blueface not being on that type of time, Blueface not being that, he declined. He didn't want no problems. But if you didn't want no problems, why would you open up your mouth and incite these people? And when I say these people, I'm talking about Big Sad and the community that he belongs to. Blueface handled the situation like a bitch. Number one, Tsunami 700. What's the dinner there, man? Man, super cool and like a deep freezer, loved one. Blueface, who was just recently released from the California Department of Correction, you know how to work. You know how the yard work. You know how the county jail go. If you went in there catching phase, getting cracking, and seeing playboys disrespecting them on the yard, disrespecting Rolling 20 Bloods on the yard, and disrespecting BPSs on the yard, why would you come out here with that BS? And then when you come out here, the BPSs come to your show because they want to give you what it is that you are seeking. They want to return the energy that you put out there. You don't go outside. You don't engage them. You don't address it. All you do is make a BS video and say the schoolyards run LA. That's a fallacy. I doubt that, and this is no disrespect to my player partners from schoolyards, but I doubt that the schoolyards run West LA. Schoolyards most definitely do not run Los Angeles. And if you had to go top 10 hoods that can potentially run LA, the schoolyards will not be on the top 20. And I'm just being a buck with you because I mess with y'all. You feel what I'm saying? But getting into today's topic of discussion, Blueface and his manager went and had some type of union with Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, the self-admitting racist who despise, detest, and resent blacks. They have some type of, you know, thing going on with him to where they suit up and whack 100 allow Ryan I hate blacks Garcia's to sock him in his in his midsection a few times. Then Blueface goes up there, he punches Blueface through the protective wear. Blueface, like the coward, bows over like, oh man, like some sucker shit. Why is it that we are so inclined and quick to engage one another, disrespect each other, greet each other with animosity and hostility. But when there's other people out there that's saying that we don't like you, we hate blacks, F you, your N word, this, that, and third, we are so quick we are expeditious to go over there and hold hands with them, skin and grin, and show you know what I mean? Like what's going on? Are we that lost as a people to where we hate each other that avidly? We hate each other that much to where it's no passes for one another. But when there's other people that come on and say, we don't like you, you're a nigger, we don't like niggers, F niggers, this, that, and third, we go play kumbaya, my lord, with them. Some people is going to say, well, they get money. Why is it that money is always just, why is it that money is always the justification for doing ignominious things? Or why is money always the justification for doing wrong? Can we have a conversation about that? Hey, how are you? Pretty good. Why is it that money is always the reason why we do some shit that we know we shouldn't be doing? And we're dealing with two individuals that know better. Wack has been to the penitentiary. He know the racial politics. He's familiar with the inner minority war conflict. So is Blueface. Even though Blueface ain't the dude that he um proclaims and pretend and masquerade to be, we know that. But at some point in time, we got to have pride in who we are as black men. There's no pride. And I pose a question: are we too far gone as a people, or can we get it together? I want to know. I want to know: are we too gone as a people, or can we get it together? Y'all don't think that make us look bad when these dudes are social media influencers that allegedly represent certain communities and are prominent figures coming from the black community, when they go over there and they do something as dishonorable as that, that sends the message that we all are like that. And that's why so many people don't mind disrespecting us, disrespecting our women, because they feel like it'd be no ramifications for them expressing what they inwardly feel towards us. Ryan Garcia should have been cut off. So what I'm hoping for is that maybe Blueface and Ryan Garcia is going to have a fight. Maybe they're going to get in a ring. Maybe that's the bag that they're going to secure. And if that is the bag that they're pursuing and that they're going to secure, if that's what it's about, then I can't do nothing but respect it. But if it's just for promo, this, that, and third, and other reasons, then nah, that's not cool. That's not fly. Ryan Garcia and other Hispanics need to be held accountable for the racial epithets that they use to disrespect our people while they're trying to hijack our culture. Over intelligence say, no, we aren't too far gone. We just have to start small and build something powerful. We are just at the beginning stages of a new era of black culture. I hear you, but I must rebuttal and say this. Some of these N words we can't build with. Forgive me, I be tripping like, man, I'm getting old, almost 40. My body ain't doing what it used to do no more. But respectfully, Kim folks, collectively, we would never be on the same code. We would never vibrate on the same frequency collectively. Um, we have to get amongst those who are on the same vibe, same frequency as us, who has a shared or similar mission. And we need to start buying land. We need to, we need to segregate ourselves from a lot of these degenerates. We need to separate ourselves from a lot of these Uncle Toms. We need to separate ourselves from a lot of these coons. We need to separate ourselves from a lot of these Sambos. We got to. Because if we start plotting and strategizing on building a better and brighter future for us tomorrow, they're going to be the same persons that run to the government and say, hey, these niggas are trying to create another Black Wall Street. They don't want us to be independent and self-sufficient. That's why they don't let us advance as a collective. Anytime we advance as a collective, we always outperform them. It's like a race. We doing 10 laps. The first 6 laps, they say, well, you can't run. You got to wait till we come around the 6th time. And then when it's like that and we still beat them, That puts them in position to seeing that we are really made in the image of God and our greatness is unquestionable. So they find other ways to strategically oppress and suppress us. When you give us nothing, we came over here with nothing, or we had nothing. We didn't have not a card, not a dice, not a dollar, not a coin, not a token, and none of that on the table. And we were able to create industries. We were able to create businesses that outperform theirs. So they're like, oh no, we can't do that. We can't let them rise up as a people. We gotta keep them separated and segregated. We gotta keep them from understanding that their biggest asset and their biggest weapon is their unity. I really don't want to curse, but on this one, I'm a curse. And I hope this get back to Blueface. Blueface, if you don't have anything going with Ryan Garcia in regards to y'all fighting, or you know what I mean, him apologizing to our people, or him contributing money towards, African American scholarships, or impoverished families, or a scholarship fund for African Americans, if that ain't what the situation is, then use a bitch, my nigga. On PJ, use a bitch. You on some sucker shit, and these is the type of niggas that we need to start booting in their ass. What's up, homie? You say you was watching Blueface a few nights ago, huh?
Yeah, I don't even believe most of that shit. He just, you know what I mean? He's tripping out on this girl and shit.
Talking about Krishan Rock. Yeah.
I like it.
You know Ryan Garcia's brother?
I know Richard Garcia.
No. Ryan Garcia is a Mexican boxer. Earlier this year, he said some very derogatory things towards blacks. He was calling blacks niggers and monkeys. Ryan Garcia. He got his titles took because he fought David Haney, Devin Haney. He fought him. But Ryan Garcia had took some controlled substances. He had took like human growth hormones or some performance enhancing drugs. So they snatched the titles from him. But he got caught in Miami. He got into it with a black dude and started calling him niggers and monkeys and all this type of shit, saying fuck niggers and all this and all that. Blueface and Whack 100 just went and did some content with him. What you think about that?
Money changed the game.
Nah, man, money can't always be the justification for doing wrong. Because if we allow money to dictate our morals, integrity, and principles, pretty soon one of these gangsters is gonna get caught doing some homosexual shit. Then he gonna say, "Oh, I only did it because he gave me some money." Like, no, nigga.
Like in the industry.
Like in the industry, some of these dudes is being gay for pay.
Most of them.
When do we allow our morals and our integrities to put us in a position to where if you disrespect us as a people, as blacks, no, homie, it's ramifications behind that. You can't do that. These Hispanics don't have no problem disrespecting blacks in California. True or false?
They never did. Hell no.
That's what I'm
Or
saying.
the white people.
But us as a people, instead of us addressing them, we address each other on some Crippin' blood shit. So what'll hurt you more? A dude say crab or slob, or a dude to say fuck niggers? That's what I'm saying. So how is these dudes so forgiving of these people when they come up against our race, but they go so hard behind a hood and behind this Crippin' blood shit? That shit don't make no motherfucking sense to me.
When you get a chance, you check the clothing room. I think I listen to that.
Go down there. It's open.
It's open.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna show you the movie thing.
All right, for sure, for sure. All right, family.